Hi guys, John DePass here, and I wanted to record a message and talk about 7 things that are going around in the mainstream population that are just downright incorrect and need to be corrected. The first one is that disease comes from outside the body. Everyone thinks and hears, and we all talk about, getting in contact with a pathogen or a virus or a bacteria. We think that as soon as we get around somebody that's sick, that necessarily means that we're going to be sick. Disease is not really something that comes from outside in such a way. We can be exposed to disease, illness, sickness, and not become sick. The only reason we get sick is if our own immune system is compromised. The only reason why our immune system is compromised is because of our own food choices that we're making that have compromised our immune system. Now, when we get exposed to the external pathogen, now we may get sick because our immune system is compromised. The real problem with our health is that we're eating the incorrect foods, and that's what's making us sick. That's what's making us get pain in our body. That's what's causing the problem. So it's all onus has to be put onto the person and not to be put outside of the self on the disease or the illness or the pathogen or the virus. That idea must be corrected. We need to focus on specific nutrients. This is an incorrect idea that also needs to be corrected. Ever since I've been talking about the detoxification process and talking about moving to a live food-based, raw food diet, fruit-based diet, everyone always talks to me about why that's not possible. There's no B12. They're saying there's not enough B12. They say there's not enough protein. They say there's not enough calcium. They always talk about missing vitamins and minerals when we start to move towards vegan nutrition, plant-based nutrition, fruitarian style eating. This is just incorrect information. A couple of great examples of this are people on extremes. On the low caloric extreme, we've got people that are surviving in Africa on very low calorie diets that are not filled with very many foods at all, and are actually been able to survive and be healthy with very little caloric intake, obviously very little vitamin and mineral and nutrient supply. So how is it possible that people that are surviving in Africa on very little protein, very little fruits and vegetables, and are still able to be healthy? And how is it that we've got people on the other extreme who have actually learned how to fast for extended periods of times, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 100 days, 365 days. Some people have actually learned how to fast for multiple days, months, years without food and actually without water. How is that possible that these people are able to survive? They're considered breatharians. They say they get their energy from within, pranic energy, or energy from the sun, or energy from their breath, breatharians. How is it possible that breatharians are able to survive and provide nutrient to their body if what we're saying is that we have to get our nutrient from food? This is an incorrect information. We don't only get our nutrient supply from our food, and this information is stopping a lot of people from moving forward with what is actually our most ideal nutrition plan, which is raw food and fruitarian-based nutrition, moving away from the cooked food, moving away from the animal proteins and the dairy products. What we actually really need is to move to a more alkaline-based food that is high in conductivity. This is the way that our body is actually most ideal. Alkalinity is reducing acidity in the body. Everything that God created is alkaline and conductive in that it is able to conduct electricity. When we eat an animal after it's died, it's no longer able to conduct electricity. In order for us to move our limbs, we have to be able to send electrical impulse from our minds, from our cerebral cortex, down our spines and out to our limbs. If we aren't able to get electrical impulse out to our hands, we wouldn't be able to move. If we take a dead animal is not able to conduct electricity. If we consume the dead animal and then try to manufacture live cells out of that dead animal, that's impossible. You cannot bring something that is dead back to life. As soon as the animal is dead, it really doesn't provide you with any nutritional value at all. You cannot create a live cell from something that's dead. We are just not able to bring something that's dead back to life. So that idea that we need to get our protein from an animal source that's already dead and decomposing, that's foreign and incorrect information. That is all supplying the protein myth. The protein myth is completely incorrect. This idea that we need to consume copious amounts of protein to be healthy, happy, and lose weight is just absolutely incorrect. All the excess protein is contributing to acidosis. It's contributing to pain. And when we have pain and acid inside of our body will have problem losing weight. As we have a higher acidic body, the body will actually hold on to fat in order to help to buffer the acids that are in the body. The protein myth also has to go. We can get all of our protein from fruits and vegetables and live raw food. The sugar confusion. Everyone says you've got to get away from the sugars. This is why people think that they shouldn't eat fruits and they shouldn't eat fruit juices. Well, the truth is that we actually, fruit sugar comes when digested is actually fructose, and it's actually the preferred fuel source of our body. If you look at our closest relative, the primates, the orangutans, the chimpanzees, and the silverback, which is a much stronger, larger version of the human, and he's able to build his body without any animal source protein whatsoever. He eats 95+% fruit. It's because the fruit sugar is very special. It's digested in the body different than any other sugar in the body, different than starch and glucose and maltose and sucrose and galactose. All of these sugars require insulin to get inside of the cell, whereas fructose can get into the cell and be digested without insulin. This is what makes it very special and very unique and ideal for the detoxification process. The idea that we need to drink copious amounts of water is just incorrect, and it needs to change, because as we drink more water, we actually end up releasing vasopressin, which has an effect of having our body release more water. And in the process of releasing more water, you're losing very important vitamins and minerals and flavonoids from your body. You don't want to urinate that stuff out of your body. You want to keep those important vitamins and minerals in your body. You need to hydrate your body from fruit. Having the fruit will give you the electrolytes that you need to create the proper balance of hydration inside of your body. We need to get away from this idea of drinking more water. The idea that we need to eat small, frequent meals and eat more to lose weight, this is just incorrect. This is just a consumerism dream that people could actually eat more and lose weight. They're just trying to sell us more stuff. The truth is, we can't lose weight eating more. In order to lose weight, we are going to have to eat less. And that is learned best when we're fasting. We don't learn how to eat less food by eating more food. We learn how to eat less food by working through the fast. The fast has been around for thousands of years. Everyone that's ever reached high levels of spiritual attainment have always done that through fasting. Fasting has been attached to every single religion, and it's the best way for us to connect most deeply with our deep source energy and learn how to manage our food best. The idea that healing happens from outside of the self is just incorrect. Take a look at a man when he gets sick. When he gets sick, he loses his appetite. Why is it that he loses his appetite when he gets sick? That's because healing doesn't happen from outside of the self. Healing doesn't happen from food. Healing happens from within the self. We are actually self-healing organisms. And as soon as we start to correct some of these old myths and realize that the power to change our life is within each of us, and each of us can create the life of our dreams, we can heal ourselves, we can detoxify ourselves, we can raise our energy, we can reduce our body fat, we can improve our relationships, and we can change any aspect of our lives with a 30-day detox or a 60-day detox, or if you want to get started with a 3, 4, or 7-day detox, that's great.